Hello, Mr. T here. In this session, the piece I would like to talk about is Study Number 10 by Derek Bourgeois from the book Ace of Trumpets. I've chosen this piece as it is set for Grade 5, List C. If you choose to play this piece for your grade, here are some ideas on how you could improve your marks. Firstly, let me play the melody. Yes, I agree with you. Not very musical, not very interesting. It all sounded the same. So how can I make it more interesting and more musical? The points I will cover are tempo, dynamics, articulation, and musicianship. Firstly, tempo. Two things to notice about tempo. Firstly, the speed at the beginning, then look through the piece to see if it changes. At the beginning, you can see it says moderato con moto. Moderato means, as I'm sure you will have guessed by now, it means moderately. Con moto means with motion. So put these two instructions together and it means moderately, but with a feeling of forward motion, so not too slow. We also have the marking of dotted crotchet equals 88. And what this means is that the speed should be fast enough to play 88 dotted crotchets a minute. And the best way to understand this is to use a metronome. If you don't have one, then play it at this moderate speed. I'll play the first two lines. So about that sort of speed. Now let's add dynamics to tempo. At the beginning it's marked MF, mezzo forte, medium loud. Then notice as you look through the piece that there are some dynamic changes. So you will need to remember the following. P, piano, soft. MF, mezzo forte, medium loud. F, forte, loud. Lines getting wider, crescendo, getting louder. Lines getting to a point, diminuendo, getting softer. Now for articulation, the tonguing and slurring. Have a look through the piece and you will see there are various markings which you will need to play. Curve lines are the slurs. Here you will need to tongue the first one and then play the others without tonguing, making them as smooth as possible. Arrowheads underneath the notes are accents, and you will need to play these with a little extra force, a little accent. All the other notes are to be tongued. I'll play from bar 29 to 36 so you can hear what is meant. And you could hear the difference there between the slurs, the tongues, and the accents. Lastly, now that we have tempo, dynamics, and articulation, the technical bits, it's time to think about musicianship. And what this means is thinking about what stories the music wanting you to tell through your playing. This is tricky as the composer has not thought of the piece as a story in a narrative style, as it's a study for the performer to practice different techniques. So this is a good opportunity for you as the performer to think about what you want your listeners to feel as you play. What we do have is the clue in the words moderato con moto at the beginning. So remember to play it at a moderate speed, not too fast, but certainly with a feeling of forward motion. Use that metronome speed as a guide. Also, really focus on the articulations, and this will help to keep the music sounding light and will give variation to the sound and hence will add to the general interest for your listener. That's just one idea. There's no right or wrong. It's what you think works best. Try different things and see what you prefer. That is what musicianship is all about. Now the 4 points of tempo, dynamics, articulation and musicianship have been covered. I will end by playing through the piece, thinking about all of these ideas, and you will be able to compare it with the first playthrough and see the difference.